The Jamaican people will always either become a propeller to its advancement or the weapon fashioned against Jamaica's progress. The mindset, the patriotism, and the decisions that residents and citizens make for the benefit of nation building and the advancement of the nation is absolutely important in the next chapter of Jamaica's advancement. So let's explore some of the obvious thorns hampering Jamaica's progress.
The Jam Fam family. Jam fam, come hang with me, yeah.
Hello, Wagwan, big up yourself. Whether you're there yard or you're there abroad, welcome back to another episode of Life with the Jam Fams. Now in this episode, we're going to be looking at some of the thorns in Jamaica's progress. Now many people may be expecting us to have a discussion on matters of corruption. However, the corruption that many talks about, it exists in every global society. It's just talked about more in Jamaica and countries in the global south. Additionally, people like to say it exists in higher social classes and businesses groups because that is how these people must have managed to make their progress, because how else could they have? And because of those reasons, we're not going to spend time to talk about that, because there are other factors that we actually want to look at and explore, because as Jamaicans, we need to be a little bit more proactive in seeing other issues that are glaring problems with our advancement as a nation. And the first one I'm going to be exploring is the rebellious tendency of Jamaicans. Now, Jamaicans tend to have a heightened level of rebellion against simple things, and sometimes these rebellion aren't even productive, they're actually destructive. And so you might go out and somebody is told that they need to join a queue and they decide that they're not going to, they prefer to gather up and huddle, and it's just delaying the process. Or you might find that a driver is driving, there is a zebra crossing or a pedestrian crossing, people want to wait. No, they don't want to stop, even though that's what they're expected to do. And so you find that people are either constantly watching to see if there is a police officer that's coming so that they can fix themselves up and do the right thing, or some other form of just not wanting to comply with some of the simple rules and regulation that governs any nation. And this ignorant attitude that some of them display when they are being served by customer services in certain areas, especially when customer service is being helpful, and they just feel like they need to be disrespectful to them for some reason, and I have no idea why. And there are those others, when customer service isn't being helpful, that they decide that they need to throw a tantrum, get angry and start cussing, as though that's going to fix anything, especially when the person on the other end has the same mindset as them. How now is that going to solve the problem? And the second one we want to look at is the people who criticize with no plausible solution. Now, Jamaicans, there are some of the people who criticize things the most. They just look for things that they can pick at and find fault. You don't even need to invite them to do it. They will find a way to do it. And so they complain about everything. And when service is bad, they will complain about it as well. And especially when things aren't going their way. And so this isn't just the fact that they complain, but it's the fact that they complain and they have no solution that they can offer to the complaint that they are given. And they are criticizing every single thing. They are also convinced that somehow public shame will solve their problems, or at least give them some comfort so that they can continue to stay in the pit that they found themselves in. They see only bad in Jamaica. Everything elsewhere is good, and they will go to the extreme of minimizing the bad that happens elsewhere whilst heightening things that are happening in Jamaica. They are seeing no good, no progress, no development at all in Jamaica, no matter how it's glaringly obvious in their faces. Now, the third thing I want to look at also is the toxic entitlement that some people exhibit. Now they feel as though they have the right to things and life is unfair to them otherwise, and so they're nowhere where they can see that things can be productive and things they need to take some responsibility and some accountability for things, because anything that is happening, it's happening to them rather than they have any sense of control over it. So no isn't something that they like to hear, and they should not need to do much to get what it is that they want. They've developed some poor habit. They like to settle in the state of victimhood. They can be extremely pessimistic and tend to be impatient and have a closed mindset towards things that can actually happen for them. Now, the government or others, they feel, should do everything for their pleasure, and they lack the core values of nation building and patriotism that citizens should carry, because they feel that everyone owes them some debt of service and they are sitting waiting for it to come their way. The fourth issue that I want to highlight is ignorance. Now, people who are ignorant about certain contexts compared to elsewhere. For example, things like when you get an estimated meter reading, or the cost of services and social services provision that are available to them on the island, and the fact that they're just oblivious to some of these. They're unaware of global events and how Jamaica truly compares, not just in the Caribbean, but in the world, or why it is that people are really flocking to Jamaica, and how to harness opportunities to be productive in the country. And so, because of this ignorance, they find themselves in predicaments that they could otherwise not be in. And so it's important that we're taking the step to educate ourselves at every measure that we can, and where education is available, to be conscious to acquire it, because lifelong learning is paramount if we're going to grow and develop in the way that we ought to. The fifth thing I want to bring to your attention is dependency. Some people are just reluctant to read and to discover things of their own, which create unnecessary jobs sometimes, because sometimes you see people and they have jobs, and I'm glad that they have those jobs and are earning, but they're in places where if only people would just read the signs that's posted there, they would not need to be there to have to instruct them to do that, and people could be useful in other more productive ways in society, or even in the very organizations that are needing to offer those. And yes, there are people who will need these kind of services, and for those people who do, it should be available for them. But on a mass, most of the people who are actually going and looking to see these services don't need them. For example, there's a pay machine in most organizations where you need to go and pay for bills, and you will find people coming in there and the instructions are on the screen. They're clearly on the screen, and people will actually come in and stand there looking at the screen, have no clue what to do. So a staff have to come over and give them step-by-step instruction how to actually use those machines, although the instruction is there, and all they need to do is to just read it and follow it step by step. And these same people are able to find all of the different things they want on social media and sit and watch. So it goes to show that it's about prioritizing. What things do you want to spend your time prioritizing and learning how to do? This dependency is oftentimes a product of ignorance, because they oftentimes don't want to spend the time or put in the effort in order that they are able to get the information that they need and then do their due diligence in terms of their research. And they are therefore inclined to be dependent on others to do the work for them, and then they are able to profit from it. This also means that they are happy to sell themselves for scarce benefits and spoils that sometimes leave them worse off, or for things that doesn't even add any tangible value to their everyday existence. What are some of the things that you believe are thorns in Jamaica's advancement and progress? Do tell us in the comment section below. We look forward to hearing from you, your views and your ideas and your opinions. Let's have a respectful conversation in the comment section below. Thank you. Someone sitting here being all studious, doing homework and homework and homework. School just started, no? And the amount of homework we have already, when we hear him say, Madu, she's been sitting here for over an hour, more than an hour now, doing homework. Yeah. And she took a break, come back, sitting down, homeworking again. You not hear me? Can I have you in earphones? Hello. I was just saying to the Jam From tribe that you're here doing homework and you've been here for more than an hour. I know you've been here for a couple hours. So which homework are you doing?
Chemistry.
Okay, which one have you done already?
I did maths. And I did maths.
Okay. And you have chemistry doing now. And then what?
And then I have to look to get something that I did in fashion last year because we're continuing this year.
Mm-hmm.
Since I'm the only one who got that far, she's using mine as an example.
Okay.
So I have to find it now. I don't know where it is. So I have to find it because that was I did that in September last year.
Okay.
I probably stepped on top of underneath lots of other random things that I just did.
Okay. So you're going to have to look for that. So that's just the other part of the homework. Any other homework?
I think that's it. Oh, and I need to find my calculator.
Okay. Well, I'm going to leave you, let you finish off. And trust me, in the UK, when we set homework for year 7, 8, and 9, you're supposed to set them about 30 minutes of homework for the week. Year 10 and 11, and some schools year 9, you set them homework for about 45 minutes, maybe to an hour, especially for the year 11s who are sitting their exams. Sixth form, you set them for every hour of homework, of lessons they have, we normally give them 2 hours of homework. And so, because they do significantly less. But here, I don't think there is such a limit, so some of the homeworks tend to be a lot. And this chemistry one has been going for quite a while. But it will all work out in the end. Concentration. She got back to her business. Should I hear a word I'm saying? What did you say? Oh.
Did I put it back in yet?
Okay. Oh, you only put in back one. All right, then. I'm going to leave you.
So, I have from maths, I have the topics that I have to go over.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to get notes on all of these before we learn it so I can already have a head start.
Mm-hmm. As promised, I came out so I can show you the oranges that's on the tree. I remember showing you them as a baby and I said I was going to show you them again. So here we go. These are what they are looking like right now. If you know enough about orange, tell me if you think they'll be in by December. So this is one here. Here's another one right there. Yep. And I saw another one. I know there's another one somewhere on the tree. I knew there was another one somewhere. Ah, there's another one here, hanging down there. So this is its first year growing. And so I'm looking forward to having those oranges. At the very beginning, one of them got cut off when the gardener was cutting. I don't think he realized that it was growing at the time. So, yep, I'm looking forward to oranges. If we're here by then, I'm definitely looking at this. If we're still here by then, I'm definitely looking forward to having oranges from here. So, hopefully, we'll be able to get a taste of orange. It's just so nice. Our first set of oranges that's going to come in. We've been indulging in ackee. We haven't had any yet from this year. You see, there's the tree. You want to see how tall it be. We need to get it trimmed back after this crop because there's a lot up in the top that it just don't make sense. Let me show you. Like, there's no me reaching up there to get them. And some here that we can reach, but these low hanging ones, I see some on it, so I'm going to be looking to see if I can pick some of them where open and put them away. So I have them for Kwanzaa. So we'll see how it goes, which ones I can get, where I can get some. Town is buzzing early in the morning. Vehicle moving, people buzzing around. So this is Mandeville, early in the morning. Make sure it's a video on my video, you know. Have a good day. I went out this morning bright and early and went to Eliona's school because of course we missed the book rental collection day, and so when we went the last time to go and get it done, they said, oh, there's no one to help us. So of course Menanga wrong and bad. We were supposed to meet the date, we weren't here to meet it, so of course I accept that that's what it is. So I said, okay, it's back to school. Knowing how back to school stay and all the rush where teachers have to go through and all the different things to organize, I said, okay, I'll let the system run its course and she'll hopefully get it in the first week. However, of course, it transpired that that didn't happen. So this morning I decided I was going to go and get it done. So I went, somebody got the person who does it, she came, and I reassured her that I'm not passing blame. I just want to have a resolution basically for the books. So of course she assured me that Eliona will get it today, so hopefully that will be the case. But I mean, it's not something that I'm going to be like, oh, I already know how Jamaicans stay when they are the front facing to the customer and the consumers and the client, that oftentimes they're very rigid. They are not going to say, okay, I can use my initiative and tweak here and tweak there and get stuff resolved, although they expect it when they're on the receiving end. So I know that that's how it is, so I just said, you know what, so long as it's resolved, it's resolved. So I wanted to help her with the load so she didn't have to do that, but I will just go and meet her at the bus stop down our street where she normally alights her taxi in the afternoon, so that she have a little bit of help just to walk back to the house with it. So it should be all good and well this afternoon when she comes in.
The Jam family. Where I living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam family, the Jam family, yeah. the Jam Fam family. We're Irie, living the good life. We're royal, cruising through the West Indies, having fun, enjoying the good life. Jam Fam family, the Jam Fam family, yeah. Jam Fam, come hang with me. The Jam Fam family. Jam Fam, come hang with me. Yeah.
We thank you so much for staying with us here on this another episode of Life with the Jam Fams, and we appreciate our Jam Fam tribe, our new subscriber, and those of us who come on and they view because they're trying to test the waters to see what they're getting before they commit. We appreciate and value you. We thank you for all of those people who engage in the comment section and tell us what they're thinking, and for all those silent tribe members who break their silence to come and have conversations. We appreciate and value you. We thank you, and we want to say bye for now, and we look forward to seeing you in the next one.